You see something you want. Your heart rate picks up slightly. You pull out your phone or your card, and before you have had a single rational thought about it, it is bought. Sound familiar? Today, we are talking about one of the simplest and most effective tools in personal finance. It costs nothing, it takes almost no effort, and it could save you more money than any budget you have ever made. It is called the 24-hour rule, and by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to use it. Your brain has a chemical called dopamine. Most people think dopamine is the pleasure chemical, the thing that makes you feel good when something nice happens. But neuroscience research has shown something more interesting than that. Dopamine is not primarily released when you get what you want. It is released in anticipation of getting what you want. The wanting itself is the dopamine hit, not the having. This is why online shopping can feel so satisfying, even before the package arrives. Why browsing a store feels exciting, even before you buy anything. Why adding things to your cart gives you a small rush, even when you never check out. The moment you see something you want and decide to buy it, your brain has already started releasing dopamine. The purchase feels like the natural completion of a chemical process. Stopping feels like denying yourself something your brain has already started celebrating. This is not a character flaw. It is biology. And the 24-hour rule works because it creates a gap between that dopamine spike and your wallet. The dopamine spike fades. The emotional urgency of the purchase begins to settle, and in its place, something more useful arrives: rational thought. In that calmer mental state, you can ask questions you could not ask in the moment of wanting. Do I actually need this? Do I already own something that does the same job? Will I still want this in a week? Is this filling a genuine need or an emotional one? Most of the time. Not all of the time, but most of the time, the answer to that last question tells you everything. Here is how to apply the 24-hour rule in practice. 4 steps. When you feel the urge to buy something non-essential, do not buy it immediately. Instead, write it down. The name of the item, the price, where you saw it. Put it on a list, physical or digital, whichever works for you. Then walk away. Close the tab. Put the item back on the shelf. Leave the store. Physically remove yourself from the purchase opportunity. Make sure to wait the full 24 hours, not 20 minutes, not a few hours, the full 24. After 24 hours, revisit the list. Look at the item again with fresh eyes. Ask yourself, do I still want this? Can I genuinely afford it? Does it fit my budget? If the answer to all 3 is yes, buy it without guilt. The rule is not about never spending. It is about spending intentionally rather than impulsively. If you shop online frequently, use the wish list or save for later function rather than the cart. If you are in a physical store, take a photo of the item instead of buying it immediately. For larger purchases, extend the wait. 48 hours, 72 hours, or even a week. The principle scales to the size of the decision. Putting something in your cart creates psychological ownership. You feel like it is already yours. A wish list keeps the distance you need. Small difference, big impact on your wallet. The 24-hour rule is not about living a joyless, restricted life where you deny yourself everything. It is about making sure that the things you spend money on are things you genuinely want. Intentional spending is not the opposite of enjoyment. It is the foundation of it. When you buy something after 24 hours of consideration and still want it just as much, that purchase feels better. You enjoy it more. The 24-hour rule. Before any non-essential purchase, wait 24 hours. Dopamine fires in anticipation. The gap replaces urgency with clarity. Write it down, walk away, wait, then decide. A quick recap of everything we covered in this video. Dopamine fires in anticipation, not in the having. The 24-hour gap replaces urgency with clarity. Write it down, walk away, wait, then decide. Intentional spending feels better than impulse spending. And here's your action step this week. The next time you feel the urge to buy something non-essential, write it down and wait 24 hours before acting on it. Just once. See what happens on the other side of that gap. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new video. And if you have any questions or feedback, put them in the comments. I would really love to hear from you. See you in the next video.